Alrighty, folks, you know I'm feeling great on a Monday morning because we're now 7-0 in our last 7 crowd pleaser teasers on my premium site. I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my Major League Baseball free pick video here today for Monday, April 22nd, 2024. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. And let's go ahead and get this new week off, started good. And of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on this video that I actually like the best, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Chairman package. Chairman members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, guys, I'm currently 9-4 in my last 13 daily best plays, 7-3 in my last 10 extra daily picks. And finally, folks, once again, we are 7-0 in our last 7 crowd pleaser teasers. And the good news is we've got plays going off in all of those packages here today, and they're all included with your purchase of the Chairman membership. The site is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into our free content. We're going to start off with the A's at the Yankees, 105 Eastern first pitch. New York's minus 250, totals 8 runs. Carlos Rodon for the Bombers, J.P. Sears for Oakland. Now, Sears comes into today's game with an ERA in the 4s. And out of Oakland's last 6 ball games, they took the loss in all of those contests except for one. And a lot of their problems this season has been at the dish. They're a bottom 3 hit-producing lineup. And they have to face Carlos Rodon, who's been tough to hit against this season. Rodon's got 18 strikeouts with an ERA in the 3s. And even if Rodon struggles here today on the mound, these Yankee pitchers have had little problems getting on base. They're averaging just about 5 walks a game at the plate. Juan Soto's got an ERA of 3.37, OPS in the thousands because he gets walked a lot. Meanwhile, Oswaldo Cabrera, he's got a batting average in the 300s as well. Now, 6 out of the Yankees' last 9 home games did fall under the number. They're also 14-8 to the under for the entire year. Meanwhile, Oakland's 5-4 to the under when they bat first. Give me the Yankees minus 1.5, under 8. Next game, Brewers Pirates, 6:40 Eastern start time. Pittsburgh's minus $1.30, totals 8 runs. Jared Jones for the Pirates, Joe Ross for Milwaukee. Now, Ross has struck out 14 hitters in 14-plus innings of work. And even if he does struggle here today, the Brewers are one of the best hitting teams in the game. They're leading the league in run production per game on the road. William Contreras bats .354 with 20 runs batted in. Meanwhile, Bryce Terang hits .333 at the plate. And even though Pittsburgh's Jared Jones has looked good on the hill, he's got just 1 win to show for it through 23 innings. And a lot of that is due to some poor plate appearances from his hitters. The Buccos are a bottom 5 run-producing team at home in the National League. Now, 5 out of the Pirates' last 8 at PNC Park fell under the total. Give me the Brewers plus $1.10, under 8. Next game, Phillies-Reds, 6:40 Eastern start time. Philadelphia's minus $1.20, totals 9. Ranger Suarez for the Phils, Hunter Green for Cincinnati. Now, Green's still winless on the season through 20-plus innings. He's got an ERA in the 4s along with a 1.31 whip. Meanwhile, at the plate, the Reds are a bottom 10 hit-producing team. And they're facing Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Fightins, and he's off to a real hot start. The lefty's 3-0 with a .77 whip. And this Phillies pitching staff, they've been tough to hit on the road. They're allowing just 5.6 hits a game in their travels. And out of their 6 road games this season, all of those contests fell under the posted number. Give me the Phillies minus $1.20, under 9. Next game, Tigers-Rays, 6:50 p.m. East. Detroit's minus $1.15, total 7. Tarek Skubal for Detroit, Zach Littell for Tampa Bay. And even though Littell's looked good, The Rays do currently have a losing home record against the American League. They're also showing very little patience at the plate. Tampa Bay is walking just 2.5 times a game at the dish. That's currently a league low. They're also squaring off against lefty Tarek Skubal, who's 2-0 with a .80 whip. Now, as a pitching staff, the Tigers are allowing under 7.1 hits a game. 2 out of the Tigers' last 3 road games did get over the total. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay is 9-5 to the over at the Trop. Give me Detroit minus $1.15, over 7. Next game, Marlins Braves, 7:20 p.m. East. Atlanta's minus Atlanta's minus 210, totals 9. Bryce Elder for the Braves, Ryan Weathers for Miami. And despite several good innings for Weathers, he's probably not going to get much support run-wise. The Finns are currently a bottom 5 scoring team. They're also dead last in the league in walks per 9 on the road. And they're facing Bryce Elder, who makes his season debut, coming off a strong 2023 campaign. Now, the Braves are also leading the league in run production and hits at the plate. Marcell Ozuna leads the league in homers, RBI, and OPS. And Orlando Arcia is hitting .329. 7 out of the Braves' last 9 at Truist Park got over the total. They're also 13-7 to the over for the entire season. Give me the Braves minus 1.5, over 9. Next game, White Sox Twins, 7:40 Eastern start time. Minnesota's minus $1.75, totals 8.5. Chris Paddock for the Twins, John Cannon for Chicago. And even though Cannon's looked good in limited work, the Sox are now 3-18 on the year, and they're currently the worst hitting team in the league. And they're facing a Minnesota pitching staff who does throw it well at home. They're actually striking out more batters a game at home than any other roster besides one. The Twins are currently 60% to the under for the entire season as well. Meanwhile, Chicago's 13-8 to the under as the home team. Give me the Twins minus $1.75, under 8.5. Next game, Blue Jays Royals, 7:40 Eastern first pitch. Toronto's minus $1.20, totals 8.5. Yusei Kikuchi for the Blue Jays, Brady Singer for Kansas City. Now Singer's 2-0 with an ERA of 1.54. The righty's also averaging a strikeout an inning, and he also has a .86 whip. Now, as a team, the Royals have played quite well at Kauffman Stadium. They're 9-4 in front of their own crowd, and I'll tell you, they've hit the baseball quite well. The Royals are currently a top 3 run-producing team at home in the league. Salvi Perez leads the team in batting average, homers, and RBI. Bobby Witt Jr. is batting .300 as well. And even though Kikuchi's looked well on the mound for Toronto, he's probably not going to get much run support. Toronto's averaging under 6.8 hits a game on the road. And it should come as no surprise, the Blue Jays do have a losing record in their travels. Now, total-wise, Toronto's 60% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, Kansas City saw unders in 6 out of their last 10 themselves. Give me Kansas City plus $1, under 8.5. All right, next game, D-backs Cardinals, 7:45 East. St. Louis is minus $1.20, totals 8.5. Lance Lynn for St. Louis, Brandon Pfaadt for Arizona. And even though Pfaadt's ERA is a bit high, he is averaging a strikeout an inning. He also has a solid 1.23 whip. He's also backed by a very talented lineup of hitters. Arizona's in the top 5 in the league in hits per game. Ketel Marte hits .330 with a handful of homers. Lourdes Gurriel, he's 4th in the bigs in RBI. And they're taking on a struggling Cardinals team who lost their last 4 straight. And they certainly have a tough time getting the W at home. The Cards are just 3-6 straight up in Busch Stadium. And they're a bottom 5 hit producing team there. Now, 7 out of the Cards' last 10 gatherings with Arizona did get over the total. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks went 60% to the over as the road team. Give me Arizona plus $1, over 8.5. Next contest, Padres Rockies, 8:40 p.m. East. San Diego's minus $1.80, totals 10.5. Austin Gomber for the Rockies, Dylan Cease for San Diego. And even though Cease has looked good, the Padres did lose 3 out of their last 4. They scored just 9 total runs during that time frame. And as good as Cease has been on the mound, well, these Padres pitchers have struggled a bit on the road with command. They're walking a bunch of batters, and they're having a tough time getting strikeouts. They're facing a Colorado lineup who's hitting it quite well at Coors Field. Ryan McMahon's hitting .325 and leads the team in RBI. Meanwhile, Zeke Tovar bats .306 with double-digit ribbies as well. Now, total-wise, the Padres saw 4 out of their last 6 road games get over the number. They also went 60% to the over in their last 10 at any location. Give me the Rockies plus 1.5 over 10.5 runs. Next game, Orioles-Angels, 9:38 East. The Angels are minus $1.20, totals 8.5. Reed Detmers for the Angels, Albert Suarez for Baltimore. Now, the O's have won 6 out of their last 7. They are a top 3 run-producing team on the road in the American League. Jordan Westburg's batting .333 with a team-best 18 RBI. Meanwhile, Gunnar Henderson's the club leader in home runs. They're taking on an Angels club who lost their last 4 straight. Their lineup is most certainly struggling with strikeouts. LA's currently a bottom 10 strikeout team at the plate. Now, injury-wise, Rendon and Stefanik. Rendon and Stefanik are still out. When it comes to the total, the O's went 6-3 to the over as the road team. They were also 15-6 to the over in all of their games this year. Give me Baltimore plus $1 over 8.5. And with that, we're going to jump into our next and final free pick for the video. Going to be in that Mets-Giants game. That'll be a 9:45 Eastern start time. San Francisco's minus $1.25, totals 8 runs. Keaton Winn for the Giants, Jose Quintana for New York. Now, Quintana's thrown some strong innings despite some control issues. The lefty's got an ERA in the low 3s after 20-plus innings. Meanwhile, at the plate, the Mets have certainly pounded the baseball in their travels. They're averaging double-digit hits a game away from Queens. Harrison Bader's hitting .308. Brandon Nimmo's got a team-best 15 RBI. And they could have a field day here today against Keaton Winn. The righty's 1-3 with an ERA in the 4s. Meanwhile, at the plate, the Giants have certainly had problems at times scoring at home. They're in the bottom 5 in the National League in runs per game in their own building. Now, 3 out of the Giants' last 4 home games did get over the total. They're also 60% to the over in their last 10 at any location. Now, the Mets saw their last 4 road games get over the number themselves, 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Give the Mets plus 105 over 8. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our quick pick recap. Give me the Yankees minus 1.5 under 8. Brewers plus $1.10 under 8 runs. I'm 7-0. My last 7 crowd pleaser teasers on my premium site. The link is in my bio. Phillies minus $1.20 under 9. Tigers minus $1.15 over 7. Braves minus 1.5 over 9. Minnesota minus 175 under 8.5. Royals plus $1 under 8.5 runs. Diamondbacks plus $1 over 8.5. Rockies plus 1.5 over 10.5. Baltimore plus $1 over 8.5. And give me the Mets plus 105 over 8. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman membership, it's a full access, all-inclusive package. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast, absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And what do I normally say here? Happy Monday, best of it. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site at patreon.com/BrockPage.